Good morning. Thank you for being with us on Daybreak. I'm Kara Sewell at 4:30 on this cold Wednesday morning. We are already seeing weather changes. Conditions in parts of North Texas are starting to, well, get a little messy. Here's freezing rain in Tarrant County, and things are expected to get dicey this later today with the chance of ice. We've been hearing about this freezing rain and sleet. A winter weather warning was actually just issued a couple of hours ago. Greg Fields and Marielle Ruiz are teaming up this morning to keep us informed. Okay, Greg, so what are we seeing right now? Because we know that at this point, only one school district has decided to cancel. Everyone else is going.
Yeah, everyone else is going here this morning. The precipit's going to be light, kind of isolated and spotty in nature. So we're it's not going to be looking at the sleet and the freezing rain the entire time. We'll have kind of rounds of that or bands moving through. And that the first one moving through very early this morning around the Metroplex, as we are looking at that sleet mixed in with some freezing rain at times here this morning. Picks up a little bit right over DFW Airport, South Lake, Flower Mound, out toward the Texas Motor Speedway as we get into Denton County there, and that's now pushing on over toward the Plano, getting up toward Allen here this morning. So we'll have that first round of what will be a few, I think, as we go through the morning with the freezing rain, the sleet and the freezing rain mixed in there, and that stretches over toward Dallas, Mesquite, getting out toward Rockwall and Royce City as well. Now we have been looking at that thunder sleet. We've been getting reports of that, and we've seen the lightning strikes here on radar across the Metroplex as well. So don't be surprised by that. We're going to talk more in detail about that for you coming up. But getting out into Wise County right now, looking at the pink shaded area there, the sleet, the freezing rain moving through that area here this morning. So as we get all the way out toward the Archer City, Wichita Falls, we're looking at some heavier bands there. And you can see the lightning strikes associated with that mixture of the sleet, the freezing rain, and maybe even a little snow mixed in out over the far northwestern parts of North Texas here early this morning. And we'll have some rain maybe developing in our southern counties, but as it moves in to those temperatures that are below freezing over most of the area here this morning, we will have the scattered light freezing rain, sleet mixed in, a glaze perhaps of ice possible, some slick spots out there as well as we'll get this first round moving on through. So still take it easy out there. Roads not as bad as they will be, we think, later on today, especially heading into tonight and for tomorrow. So that's what you can expect out there for today. Now heading into tonight and Thursday, it will get heavier with the sleet, the freezing rain, higher ice accumulations. Travel problems are going to be more likely as we head into tonight. And as we look at Thursday, going into Thursday night, we're talking about precipitation ending a little bit from west to east. So some very light precip maybe left over Friday morning, and still maybe some issues on the roads, but those temperatures will start to recover a little bit more, we think, as we go through the day on Friday. So that will be some good news for us as we'll finally get to thaw out and we'll finally get above freezing, but that won't be the case as we go through the day today. Look at Fair Park right now, 29 degrees, feeling like it's 18 right now with the freezing or the sleet and freezing rain coming down. Those temperatures in the upper 20s area wide this morning. We're looking at 29 in McKinney, those mid 20s up along the Red River there for Sherman at 25, 24 in Gainesville right now, Fort Worth at 27. Those north winds, they're going to be in that 10 to 20 mile per hour range, and those wind chills out there right now in the lower teens, feeling like it's 12 in Gainesville along with Fort Worth, wind chill of 19 in Waxahachie here this morning along with Greenville. So that's what we're going to be dealing with those temperatures, even some single digits out toward Wichita Falls and Archer City here this morning. So yes, we will have some very cold air that is in place. Those temperatures almost 40 degrees colder compared to what we were dealing with yesterday at this time. And here is your day planner. We are looking at the cloudy skies. It's going to be cold all day long, and we will have the periods of that wintry mix, mostly in the form of sleet and some freezing rain as we go through the day. And those temperatures, for the most part, holding steady with those north winds at 10 to 20. Wind chills are going to stay in the upper teens all day, and those daytime highs won't be getting out of the upper 20s. We may be lucky if we hit 30 in a few places later on today. Now, here's the advisories and the alerts that we have. Carrie didn't mention that we've been upgraded in the Metroplex areas farther north to a winter storm warning right now. So we'll talk more about the accumulation that could be close to a quarter of an inch maybe in some areas before it's all said and done. And you see that winter weather advisory for a large part of North Texas as well. So the wintry mix is here. It will be sticking around for a while. So let's bring in Marielle now to talk about more of what we can expect as we go through the day.
Greg, appreciate that. And yeah, we were talking about that winter storm warning now being upgraded not just for the Metroplex, but closer towards the Red River. And it's for the potential of just slightly higher accumulations in the area. I want to show you, though, where that freezing line is. This is something we'll pay very close attention to throughout the day. I know that's a lot of information on one graphic, but let me break it down for you. This freezing line right here, it follows that 32-degree mark. Anything to the south of that, we're talking temperatures above freezing. Anything north of that, temperatures are below freezing. There's something to also note is that we're seeing freezing rain and we're seeing sleet. We're not seeing snow necessarily, and it's because we do have an elevated layer of warm air, and that's what's causing some melting before it actually hits the ground into that freezing temperature category. Well, right now about 28 in Denton, 29 in McKinney, about 29 in Dallas, and that's where we're seeing that freezing rain to sleet transition. Let me show you how this is going to play out though the remainder of the day. Throughout the day, notice this, very scattered in nature across North Texas. It won't be a consistent rain by any means. It won't be a consistent precipitation today by any means, but we will see these pockets of freezing rain and sleet throughout the day. Now, into the overnight hours, we get another burst of moisture coming in, and this is where we could see some higher accumulations. If we were to see those accumulations that warning is specifying anywhere between 1 to 2/10 of an inch of ice and maybe up to a quarter for some locations across portions of the Red River, then this is when it's going to happen. It'll happen Wednesday night into Thursday. You can see here some slightly higher intensities with that freezing rain and sleet moving across North Texas. This is now showing you Thursday around 5 in the morning. Notice portions of far east Texas still seeing that rain, but just about everywhere else, the coverage looking a little bit better in terms of the amount of area it's taking up and the intensity. Now, through the morning Thursday, we start to see this thin out again, and then eventually those temperatures start to climb above freezing, and that's where we could see a brief transition from this frozen preset back into rain. But for the most part, it does just clear from west to east, and we see some sunshine come Thursday late in the day into Friday. And this is what we'll be watching. We'll be watching this elevated layer of warm air. It's going to make a big difference when it comes to sleet and freezing rain, and I'll talk you through this. We're also going to be talking about why we're seeing thunder why we're seeing thunder sleet across the Metroplex. That's all coming up in just a few moments, Kara.
Yeah, it's definitely, I've dubbed it the word of the day.
Yeah.